Hello, I'm Mike Gore, and welcome back to my perfect playthrough of Pokemon Red and Blue for the Game Boy. And last time I managed to defeat Koga and won my fourth badge, the Soul Badge. And along the way, I leveled up Dragonair to level 40, fully evolved Ivysaur into Venusaur, Caterpie into Butterfree, and Wheel to Beedrill. So at 50 Pokemon, an empty box, and 2 empty party slots, it's time for us to head down to the Safari Zone. But first I gotta sell some of my excess junk. The potions is no longer gonna be of much use to us, and neither will these super potions. Though I have to be careful because we still have to level up Pidgeotto into a Pidgeot once we are ready to catch it. So as you can see, Red's at quite a head start, but that's not gonna matter because Blue's just gonna catch up to Red in record time. Now, something interesting about this fossil is that it's dependent on the fossil you're supposed to choose. So if you chose Dome Fossil, Omnite will be in the exhibit. But if you chose the Helix Fossil, it's Kabuto. Suggesting that the Super Nerd actually sold the fossil to the Fuchsia Safari Zone to be placed on an exhibition. So, interesting. But because we chose the Dome Fossil last, Omnite is the one put on exhibit, even though we had both fossils. Depends on which one you grab last. Often mistaken for eggs, when disturbed, they quickly gather and attack in swarms. Now, I'm trying to manipulate stone evolutions here first, so Exeggcute, Nidorino, and Nidorina are the ones I'm aiming for. Interestingly enough, both Red and Blue will catch Exeggcute and Nidorino as a first and second Pokemon each. Alright, an aggressive Pokemon that is quick to attack. The horn on its head secrets a powerful venom. And trying to manipulate random encounters in Red and Blue is a pain in the butt. You can only hold the D-pad a certain direction for 2 frames to swerve in place like that. Alright, and here's Nidorina's Pokedex entry. The female swarm develops slowly, prefers physical attacks such as clawing and biting. And you can only get to a random encounter every 3 steps. Alright, Pinsir's the next Pokemon. And in total, we need to run into 22 different Pokemon. If it fails to crush the victim in its pincers, it will swing it around and toss it hard. Its massive bones are 1,000 times harder than human bones. It can easily knock a trailer flying. So there are 22 Pokemon for us to catch, including 5 repeats. A Dratini, which we already caught back at the Celadon Game Corner. 2 Scythers or Pinsirs in Red and Blue respectively. 2 Nidorino and 2 Nidorina, and 2 Exeggcutes. You know, remember, we're trying to get for, with Ninja-like agility and speed, it can create the illusion that there's more than one. We're trying to complete a living dex in Red, Blue, and Yellow, so we need to catch quite a number of duplicates. In total, there are 22 captures that we need to make. And the only Pokemon we don't need to worry lives in the shadow of tall trees where it eats insects and is attracted by light at night. So after I read Parasec's entry, I'm going to explain further. A host parasite pair in which the parasite mushroom has taken over the host but prefers damp places. So, as I was trying to say, with Red and Blue, There are 22 Pokemon for us to catch in total, and the only way to make that kind of space is to have an empty PC box. You can only catch up to 20 Pokemon on the PC, plus 2 of open slots in your party, which we had the good graces to have. We just caught the second Scyther. That's a 1% encounter rate in this area, 4% in the other, so that's insanely good. The infant rarely ventures out of its mother's protective pouch until it is 3 years old. Kangaskhan has a 4% encounter in this round, though. And here's Doduo, which is a 15% encounter. There really wasn't anything more I could do about that, though. So, I will have just barely enough, a bird that makes up for its poor flying with its fast foot speed, leaves giant footprints. The Arian female is the rare encounter in this room, at least in Pokemon Red. In Blue, it's Arian male. Although small, its venomous barbs render this Pokemon dangerous. The female has smaller horns. Alright, what's Arian male's entry? Stiffens its ears to sense danger. The larger its horns, the more powerful its secretive venom. So I got the rare Nereans first in both games. And now it's Red's turn to catch Doduo. As for Blue, he's gonna catch, well, John's gonna catch the second Pinsir we need. And the reason we need 2 Scythers and Pinsirs is because we're gonna trade one of them, but to the other game. So, Blue will trade one of its Pinsirs for one of Red's Scythers. Now, this is the reason why Blue just pulls ahead and never looks back, because unlike in Red version, I do the math and am able to articulate. I only need 3 like after Nidorina or Nidorino, I only need 2 more common encounters. And this was the second Nidorina that we needed. So, I go here and I do the Super Bud. There are 4 Pokemon for us to fish up here. One of them, outside of the Celadon Game Corner, can only be caught here in the wild, and that's the Dratini. As you can see, it's level 15. Now, remember, I'm playing this on emulator, so I'm actively trying to manipulate these encounters and manipulating the 1-turn catches every single time, just so I can save some time. Now, Red catches Slowpoke first, while Blue catches Dratini first. And here's Blue catching Krabby as second, incredibly slow and dopey. It takes 5 seconds for it to feel pain when under attack. So here's Krabby's. Its pincers are not only powerful weapons, they are used for balance when walking sideways. So next Pokemon up for both games will be Psyduck, spoiler alert, followed by Dratini in Red, and Slowpoke in Blue. Alright, Red Krabby's entry. While lulling its enemies with its vacant look, this wily Pokemon will use psychokinetic powers. So yeah, I basically just caught a truckload of Pokemon right off the gate. 14 Pokemon, and there's 8 more spots in our BC left. Soon to be 7. And it's all gonna line up perfectly, by the way. So I don't need to read the Pokedex entries again because, well, it's the same in both games. So, I forgot what the next Pokemon I catch in both games. I believe they're both repeats. So, Red caught the... Alright. So Blue's gonna catch its Nidorino female, which is the most common encounter in the Safari Zone. Which means the only other Pokemon left for us to catch will be the Exeggcute. Now, our red Nidorino female's Pokedex entry in red version, so it ain't really a thing. And here's the second Nidorino in Pokemon Red. I already caught the second Nidorina in Blue. They're version exclusives in this area. So I catch the second Exeggcute. The reason why we need to catch two Exeggcutes, Nidorina and Nidorino, is because we are planning to evolve each of them with our evolution stones at the end of the episode. And Blue lucked out and got Chansey, which is a 4% encounter here. Whereas Red will catch the second Nidorina that it needs. A rare and elusive Pokemon that is said to bring happiness to those who manage to get it. Now, Blue still needs to catch the second Nidorino, but both games also need to also catch, well, Venomoth here. Alright, Venomoth was caught. The dust-like scales covering its wings are color-coded to indicate the kinds of poison it has. Red also caught Chansey. It still needs Venomoth. And I should have caught Venonat earlier in the entrance area, because now I have to do some weird-ass manips to catch that at the end of the episode. Because had I not made that mistake, I probably would have caught Rhyhorn here, like I do in Blue. So these are both Pokemon that I already caught in Red and Blue. However, even though Red has pulled ahead, both games require 2 more Pokemon left to catch. And they're at the same spots as each other, and Blue's gonna pull ahead and not look back. Nope, never mind, Red's gonna pull ahead for now. But both games have the same number of Pokemon, and because of this, Blue's gonna be able to finish ahead of Red. Well, and here's the second Nidorino that I needed. Well, that's not the only reason. So I talked to this guy to obtain the HM03 Surf. And we no longer have any more fishing encounters, so instead we're just gonna teach Surf to our Wartortle. Gonna replace Bubble. Surf across the water to the other side. There's one encounter that I absolutely need to get in Red and Blue. Blue especially because there's no other, it's the very last Pokemon that Blue needs to catch. But Red's gonna take a bit of a while because this Pokemon is a 4% encounter in this round. And Blue was able to run into Tauros first. Alright. When it targets an enemy, it charges furiously, while whipping its bite with its long tail. So, Blue is done catching Pokemon in the Safari Zone. We just need to pick up the remaining items. And Red still needs to catch, Red still needs to catch Tauros, as well as Venonat. The thing is, I want to catch Tauros, even though Venonat can also be found here at 15%, I want Tauros because you can't find Tauros in the entrance to the Safari Zone. It's only in the back 2 areas. So Blue's done, so he just needs to trawl around along until we make it to the entrance. Don't even need to run out the step count. And because Blue's so far ahead, I'm just not gonna bother using the bike. So, and I'm also taking my sweet ass time going through my items. The TMs suck. TM37's like Egg Bomb, TM40 is Skull Bash. TM32 is the only one that's pretty good, but because I'm emulating, I don't need Double Team. I mean, that's insane, I know, but I don't need Double Team. And Red was able to catch Venat. Now, I probably thought that maybe Red would be able to catch up to Blue by this point, which is why I hopped back on the bike. But it's not gonna really matter. John gave the gold teeth to the Warden. The Warden popped in his teeth. Thanks, kid. No one could understand where I say. I can't work that way. Let me give you something for your trouble. HMO4, which is strength. Unfortunately, even though there's a rare candy for us to pick up right there, we don't have the inventory space we don't have the rainbow badge, which is supposed to be the 4th badge. I'm saving that until I capture a certain Pokemon later on. Hopefully in the next episode. And we are going to talk to the fishing guru here for the good rod. And Blue and Red keeps falling up behind. Whereas Blue is gonna head back here to pick up the XP all. Since we have 67 Pokemon in our Pokedex. You have AIDS? Which is more than enough. So we got the XP all from this guy. However, this item absolutely sucks. XP all in Red and Blue basically halves the experience points your lead Pokemon would normally get, and then the second half gets split up between all 6 of your Pokemon. So you're basically are getting jack shit for XP with this item. Even though it's supposed to have the experience for your main Mon, and then distribute the rest, and then with the rest of your party. It's a mess. The point is, the item sucks, and you're better off just dumping it off in the PC. Now I'm gonna withdraw the 2 Moonstones. And the 3 Leaf Stones, not the Water Stones, at least not yet. Because I'm concerned with inventory space. And what are we gonna do with the Moon and Leaf Stones? Well, we're gonna evolve the Pokemon in our party, of course. Nidorino into Nidoking, Exeggcute to Exeggutor, and one of our Nidorina into Nidoqueen. Of course, we have to move the Pokemon we do have to another BC box first, before evolving Nidorina into Nidoqueen, because there's no more room in the PC. Oh, this is getting even better. At least it's not 69. So, I moved to box 4 to deposit Exeggutor and Nidoking. And Red's gonna do that as well. And I realized, oh yeah, I need a... No, not yet. We'll get to box 6 at the end of the episode, though. So we need to withdraw Nidorina, and because we need to make room in the box anyways, I'm gonna nab the second Pinsir as well. And I scrolled all the way to the very bottom just to make sure I have everything. But Nidorina is evolving. And I will move both Nidoqueen and Pinsir to box 4 of the PC. And then we will proceed to change box to box number 6 afterwards. So, keep making the same mistakes over and over again, but I want to show that, yeah, Blue's all set up and he's about ready to wrap up this playthrough. Alright. Very good, go fish for some marine Pokemon. Oh, I will, at some point. So, last thing for Blue to do is read the new Pokedex entries for the newly evolved Pokemon. Its hard scales provide strong protection. It uses its hefty bulk to execute powerful moves. Nidoking now? It uses its powerful tail in battle to smash, constrict, then break the prey's bones. And lastly, there's Exeggutor. I was kind of moving super slowly because there's no reason to hurry this. Legend has it that on rare occasions, one of its heads will drop off and continue on as an Exeggcute. And with that, Pokemon Blue is done. We just need to wait for Red finish up moving around its PC mons, and I will be done. So that's it. After I move Nidoqueen and Scyther to box 4 and then switch to box 6, we are done. So if you like this video, please leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Just making sure everything's in order. It looks like it is. So after this box switch, this is Mike Gorin, sign out.